Yes then lads, you know the vibe, but before we get started, if you're looking for your cheapest and most reliable place to find your FIFA 22 Ultimate Team coins, then please check out fifacoin.com, link down in the description below, and also use the code WOLF at the checkout for 5% off. If you do that, I will love you guys forever. But yeah, FIFA 22 is here, 20-0 custom tactics are here, so let's get straight into it, YouTube. The team is looking very snazzy, and also please check out Luke Roper, Luke1977.com, link down in the description below. What we've got here for you guys is my 20-0 custom tactics full, right the way through from ultra defensive through to ultra attacking. There are a couple of the custom tactics that I don't really use though, but even though I'm going to show you them anyway, but just remember, the main ones that I use. Let's get straight into it, YouTube. Formation number 1 is the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. Yes, narrow is back, YouTube. It's back. Trust me. 4-1-2-1-2 on the latest patch. Unbelievable. It is well and truly back. So that's the team, how I set it up in game. Custom tactics that I then use with the narrow is like so. Balanced on the defensive style, along with 50 width and 55 depth. You don't want to go too narrow or too high. You don't want to go too low on the depth, sorry. But also at the same time, because you are using the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, you don't want to be going too aggressive either. So for me, 50-55 does work wonders. It's really in that happy medium G spot kind of thing. It's really what I find the best the best depth to use with the 4-1-2-1-2. So I would highly recommend that for you guys as well. Offense has completely changed now, YouTube. I have been a big advocate of the direct passing for many a months on FIFA 22, but the last couple of patches, man, I just feel like balance is better. I really do. Balance for me just hits the right spot, hits where I want to be with it, and hits kind of like everywhere. Like the players are in a good spot when I'm using the balance. Now, I was always a big advocate for the direct pass, and I did think it was very overpowered, but now, more than ever, I really do feel like just balanced is a really effective set of tactics now. It's really just in that happy medium G spot, you know, I like to talk about when I'm doing my tactics. Width, I leave it on 50. When playing a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, YouTube, you want to play to the narrow strengths, and the narrow strengths are that it's quite narrow. So I don't put it on anything more narrow than 50. I like to leave it on what the predetermined set is, which of course is 50. So I leave it on that like so. 7 players in the box, definitely the best amount of players in the box to have. But if you do struggle defensively, I would recommend probably lowering it down to like a 6 or a 5, you know what I mean? But for me, I really enjoy it on 7. 2 corners and 2 free kicks. If you're going to take anything from today's video, YouTube, lower your corners and free kicks down from 3 and 3 to 2 and 2. Trust me, it is unbelievable, and it will stop you getting counter-attacked on a lot. Player instructions in the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. This is where you need to be honest with yourself, YouTube, okay? I have both of my strikers on getting behind and stay forward, and then my cam is on stay forward and get into the box across. But, and there is a but here, okay? If you are someone that does struggle defensively, I would recommend putting your cam on come back on defense, and you will see it kind of like defends in a 4-4-2, so it is very effective. My CDM is done on cut passing lanes, stay back while attacking, and cover centre. You know, normally I don't like cut passing lanes anymore, but on the narrow, I do like it. My right centre mid is done on completely default settings. Apart from the defensive position, I do put him on cover centre. I find that to be the best. And then my left centre mid, so my Ginola is on exactly the same as my right centre mid. So my left centre mid is on exactly the same. Both my fullbacks are then on stay back while attacking. That is it. I used to have them on overlap, but I don't anymore. Kind of just like a force of habit now. So just stay back while attacking. Works wonders. And then my goalkeeper is then on comes for crosses and sweeper keeper. Sweeper keeper helps in terms of like when your opponent does a lot of the chip through balls, your keeper will be in a better position to try and stop that. So the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, YouTube, is the main tactics that I use. But there are others as well. Remember, I'm showing you the full amount. So my 4-1-2-1-2 is set as my defensive. My ultra defensive is my 4-2-3-1, and I set it up like so. There you go. Pretty self-explanatory. Jorginho and De Bruyne. Ronaldo up front. Mbappe and Ginola on the wings. Messi in that cam position. De Bruyne and Jorginho as the 2 CDMs. Custom tactics that I use with the 4-2-3-1. I don't really use this a lot, the 4-2-3-1, but I use this when I'm like 2 or 3-0 up or like 1-0 up and just trying to see out the game. So hence why it is my ultra defensive custom tactics as well. Balanced on the defensive style, along with 50 width and 55 depth. You will find me using that a lot now. It's kind of just what works for me now, and if it works for me, it will work for you. So use it. Balanced again on the offense. It just works the best, man. Direct passing used to be very good, but at the moment, I'm really rocking and rolling with the balanced. I find it to be most effective. 55 on the width, 7 players in the box again, because even though we are trying to not park the bus as such, but see out a lead with these custom tactics here, you do still want to have that threat going forward so you can get another goal to just completely kill the game. So 7 players in the box for me, 2 corners and 2 free kicks. If you're going to take anything from the video, lower your corners and free kicks down from 3 and 3 to 2 and 2. Trust me. Player instructions on the 4-2-3-1 are like so. Stay central and getting behind on my striker. My ram and my lamb is then on comeback on defense, get into the box for cross. So you see my ram and my lamb, they're on the same. But my cam is then on basic defense support and get into the box for cross. So you only touch the get into the box for cross. That's it. Very important that you maybe leave your cam on basic defense. But if you do struggle defensively again, come back on defense, works wonders. I then have balanced defense. I just have stay back while attacking and cover center on my right CDM, or it doesn't even have to be the right one, just the more defensive one out of the 2. And then my left CDM is on completely default settings, along with then cover center. Both my fullbacks, and then once again on stay back while attacking. Then my goalkeeper is on comes for crosses and sweeper keeper. So that's my ultra defensive. Again, I use that to when I'm 1-0 up with 10 minutes to go kind of thing to see the game out, because it's not too defensive, but you will be a little more defensive with it. My 4-2-2 is then what I use probably like, so I use the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow the majority of the time, and then if I feel like I need a bit of width, I will then switch up into the 4-2-2, so that's when you guys should use it as well. Custom tactics for the 4-2-2, very similar to the 4-2-3-1, because not a lot changes apart from the fact that it's 2 strikers instead of the cam. Balanced, 50 width, 55 depth. You should know the vibe at this point, YouTube. It works, so that's why I use it. And again, direct passing, balanced on the offense. It helps a lot. 60 on the width, along with 7 players in the box, 2 corners and 2 free kicks. Remember, YouTube, lower that down from 3 and 3 to 2 and 2. Trust me, it will help you out a lot. Both my strikers, and then I'll get in behind. That's the only thing I put on my strikers. I don't touch anything else. My ram and my lamb, and then I'll come back on defense and get into the box for cross. Very important, get into the box for cross on your lamb and your ram. In my opinion, it will just help you to score more goals. Both my CDMs, and then I'm completely balanced. Completely default settings apart from cover center. Remember, YouTube, if you are someone that does struggle defensively, then please put your most defensive CDM on stay back while attacking. So, for example, it would be Jorginho for me that I would put on stay back while attacking and have my De Bruyne on balanced. Wait, I've messed this up. Yeah, there we go. And then both my fullbacks, again, just stay back while attacking. That's the only thing I put on. And then my goalkeeper is on comes for crosses and sweeper keeper. So they're the main 3 custom tactics that I use, guys. And then last but not least, I do have my ultra attacking, which I use as my complete YOLO custom tactics. And that is the 4-3-1-2, like so. That's how I set it up. Remember, YouTube, this is complete YOLO custom tactics at this point. We're throwing everything at it here, okay? Constant pressure on the defense, along with 50 width and 100 depth. Remember, we want our defensive line right up the pitch. We want to literally almost suffocate our opponent, so he's got nowhere to go at this point. He doesn't want to have a pass on or anything like that. Fast build up and forward runs. Probably the only time you'll ever see me have forward runs on, but this is a YOLO set of tactics here on the ultra attacking, so we're throwing everything at it. Width, again, I just leave on 50, but then max players in the box, max corners, and max free kicks. We want everyone forward at all times. Remember, we are trying to get back into the game at this point. Player instructions, get in behind and stay forward on both my strikers. My cam is then on stay forward and get into the box for cross. My middle centre mid is then just on balanced attack. That is it, balanced and cover centre. My right centre mid, very important. You have them on get forward and get into the box for cross. And that is the same as my left centre mid, but also have cover centre on both of them as well. Both of my fullbacks are then on join the attack and overlap, because again, we just want literally YOLO. We want everything at it. We want the kitchen sink being thrown at my opponent. And then I do have comes for crosses and sweeper keeper on my goalkeeper. And that right there, YouTube, is my full updated post-patch 20-0 custom tactics for you guys. If you did enjoy this video, please make sure to drop a like on it. Drop a comment down below. Hit that subscribe button to my channel and hit that bell so you do get a notification every time I do drop a brand new video. If you can do that, guys, I will love you guys forever. But thank you for watching. Remember, spread the love and positivity. PMA, positive mental attitude. Peace out. One love.